What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, as you can tell, this is quite a different setup. It's not normally me running around on the streets of London chasing cars. I'm actually in my house right now during lockdown and bored out my mind. It's either me playing Warzone, I come on it to the right, okay, cars coming in, okay, headshot one, or just sleeping as usual really. But I thought, nah. Last week, I had kind of a bit of a brain switch. I was like, why not I bring car spotting to my house? And I thought, get the laptop out, let's do some Google spotting. And I didn't really know much about how many cars were actually captured on there. I mean, back in, like, say, year 8, I'd always go to London and look at the Dorchester. Oh my gosh, there's a Bugatti right there. Until I spent the last week, every day, about 6 hours, going through every little road with the help of mates, all the back streets from Japan to Monaco to America to the UK, all over the world. My God, the cars that I've seen, wow. I mean, this is why I've started this, and I thought, why not? It's a bit different, and let's spice it up a bit. So, I'm going to be bringing you episode 1 of this Google car spotting. I've got a list of top 10 cars that I thought I would share with you guys, that I found, and some extras. They're not really in order, but kind of going down to number 1, which is quite a crazy collection, let's say, that I found on Google Maps. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, kicking off at number 10, this is a very, very cool TDF. Now, as you can see, I'm on Google Maps now, and so will you, and I should be in the top left-hand corner, but I might be pointing the other way. It doesn't matter, does it? Right, so the first one, if we zoom in all the way to Los Angeles, and with Google Maps like this, all you need to do is grab this person, drop it on this pinpoint, that's where I found it, should be in these little roads. Okay, so as you can see, you can't see it for now, so all you have to do is change the dates up here, select the right one, January 2018, and I can't lie, what a view that is. And here's the TDF. So as you can see, it is finished in Sultana blue, I believe. It's quite a cool blue. And there it is there, just driving away. I presume the owner lives back there, but look at this. I mean, this is sick, and it's got like the French stripes. Red leather interior, but this is sick. And I also managed to find it, let's get it up, right here. Now sadly the sunlight is in the way, but it is sitting, whatever place this is. If I go down here, you'll be able to see it a lot better. Right here, and what a colour this is. And this is at number 10, this Ferrari TDF. Now about this TDF, this owner is winning in life, because he doesn't just own this, and it's nowhere near his best car. He also owns a blue Porsche 918, I'll throw a picture up now, a LaFerrari, I believe, in red, McLaren Senna, I think he's just got in red and like silver, and finally, quite a special one, P1 GTR Road Legal. Yeah, I wish I was that guy. He's winning in life. Okay, so at number 9 we have this very cool, bright orange Bugatti Veyron Vitesse. I mean, you couldn't miss it. I think a friend actually found this for me, this one. But as you can see, we're all the way in Beverly Hills, and if we zoom in all the way into the map, I think I've got the pin point on it right there. This was actually quite a hard one to find, and it was just outside the Aston Martin, bizarrely, showroom, I believe. So we go down here, and February 2014, there we have it. And if I zoom in, now so this one is metallic orange, finished with black carbon fibre, and this is the only one in the US actually in this orange, which is very cool. So sadly, when you do this Google Maps, it would go back to the dates, but if we go here, here it is. So here it is sitting outside, and how sick does this look? I mean, this for me is near enough a perfect spec. I kind of want, if I ever had a collection when I'm older, to have all orange. I mean, I wonder why. But for me, this is sick. Like I said, this is something that I would spec it like. This owner actually also has a McLaren Senna. I mean, the owners out there don't just have one hypercars, do they? But this guy has got a McLaren Senna in probably the brightest green you could get. It's so cool. I have no clue what green it is. Just green, isn't it? But no, this Bugatti is awesome, and especially with the Senna, it would look wicked. If I go to another view of the Bugatti, So here we have the back of it, and if I just zoom in, how sick does that look? Just like chilling outside the showroom. Interruptions. Now for this next one, as you can see, we are now on the M40, probably quite familiar for most of my followers, as I'm presuming most of you in the UK, but we are now in England, and we have got the Aston Martin shooting brake, finished in Buckinghamshire green. Now if we move around here, right in front of us, what a spot this is. Now I actually found this on a Reddit page of the green Aston Martin shooting brake. Now this one in particular, I believe, has now got a gold front grille. I don't think it's got the black one. This was taken in March 2019, so I do believe it's got a gold front. Sadly, I haven't actually seen this one, but I know a lot of people have. It's quite a popular one, but as you can see, we can actually follow it all the way back. But quite a cool shot on the road, to be fair. I mean, I haven't seen one on the road, a shooting brake like this anyway. I mean, I've only seen them in shows, but it's quite cool to see this one driving. And while we're at it, I've also found a grey one on the road. Look at this, a bit of a grainy photo, but on the A338, we've got this shooting brake. Quite a cool actually picture, to be fair. I mean, it's literally just this on its own. See if we can go back and track it. So there it is, shooting forward. Pun the joke. Not bad though, love the bubble roof. I think the bubble roof on it is so cool, and the shooting brake is just sick anyway. Need to get a model of it actually, to be fair. So for number 7, we have a very cool combo, a LaFerrari and Ferrari Testarossa, both together in, well, you would say quite an obvious place, Maranello in Italy, next to the museum actually. So as you can see, the traffic quite usual, but if you follow this road down, boom. And finding this was awesome. I think this again was a Reddit page, but look at that. Also, what I noticed about this LaFerrari, being near the factory, I'm presuming this could be like a test one. If you look closely, it's got all like marks and writings over it. I mean, at first I thought, blimey, that's a big scratch, right, at the side. But then I kind of like realised it's got some writing over it. And I presume this is maybe like a, not prototype one, but maybe just like markings of when they're testing them. Quite like small details I noticed on this one. But here it is, in traffic, looking sick. I mean, have I got a Ferrari? I've got 2. Right, yeah. Black one and yellow one. But this one does well for me. It looks sick like this. However, I wouldn't have a LaFerrari in red. Too boring. So for number 6, we have the Ferrari F40. Now, coming up to these like units, they say Bingo Sports on it, and this is kind of like, well, I was like, oh, hang on a second, something cool could be here. With my luck, on Google Maps was actually pretty good. I was in luck, and here is the F40, one of the most iconic cars, got awesome black wheels. I do prefer silver, but I'm like, I don't know why, like, when I'm in Japan, like, they look sick with black wheels, and when you say Japan, you know they're not going to be stock. Hence why I'm going to carry on. Look at the wing behind it. I thought this was like a GT or LM or a Liberty Walk kind of like kit on it. I mean, that wing is huge, and I was kind of like, what on earth is on it? So if we go round the back, so I can show you the wing, that's crazy. I mean, that looks like an LM wing to me. There's actually an F40 LM captured on the road in Japan on Google Maps. Sadly, I couldn't find it. But this one looks so sick. Massive fan of it. And yeah, not a bad spot on Google Maps. Okay, so in at number 5, we have this very cool Lexus LFA, finished in black. Now we're back in Los Angeles, so there's a lot of cool cars captured here. I think mainly because they've got more roads, so more captures really. But here it is, a proper Google Maps spot of it actual driving. But how cool does that look? I mean, I've actually, when I was in the Aston Martin Vantage last September, a black one went past us. It just looks incredible on the road. But look at this going past, it does look so sick. And what a capture that is. I mean, a proper spot that is, a proper road one. Because I kind of wanted to have this series not showroom ones, because it's too easy. I could just go to like, Reventon International, Bingo Sports, Newport Beach. It's like them ones, but then I suppose they are cool. And I have found some very cool cars in them, like Centenarios, Zonda Rs, Veninos, F1s, etc. But this is a proper spot, and I'm really happy with this one. But this is the Lexus LFA at number 5. So, as we are now halfway, I thought I'd throw in some extra ones. Some that didn't make the list, but they are still extremely cool. And the first one we've got is a Bugatti Chiron on a trailer, so it just counts. If it was on a proper trailer, I don't know if I would have counted, but it's actually being unloaded at one of the dealerships in California. But you could just see the 3 lights, which look awesome. And it's a full black one, I believe. But this dealership is no ordinary dealership. First, as you can see in the window, we've got one of the Veyrons, owned, I believe, by Arnold Schwarzenegger, I believe. Then we've got Pagani Huayra, CCXR, I forgot the name of this one, Trevilla? I can't say it. It used to be owned by Floyd Mayweather. And then they've got the Transformers of Veyron, so the graphics on the front, and then an Enzo. But if we move to the left, with a slide to the left, you can actually just see the Zonda Barchetta right there sitting outside. I mean, the showrooms are open. I'm believing the Chiron was about to come in, but it is very sick. And then also to the left, you can actually see a black LaFerrari. So this showroom is just hypercars only. I mean, the Zonda Barchetta being a 1 of 30 is pretty rare sight. And then this CCXR and Veyron owned by some famous celebrities. It's quite a cool showroom. And then the next extra we've got in is a Mclaren P1, finished in just like a white, I think it was like a black hood. Sadly the lighting's quite bad in here, but this is in California. It's just captured at one of the hotels, and as you can see, it's just being dropped off, and it looks like someone's trying to get something in the hood. But a very cool spot indeed. Another one I managed to find was another Ferrari TDF in the car park. I found so many TDFs, it was actually so sick. But here is a Ferrari dealership. I think this is like the service bit. We've got 488, 488, 430, another 488, 458. But if we move to the left, here it is. Actually a very cool spec TDF, I like these. I like the silver wheels. But yeah, just sitting there. I actually think it's got a black stripe as well down it, so that's even better. I love the stripe. The next extra I've managed to find was a Ferrari F50 in Miami. Quite a special spot. This is like a proper car park spot. No garages, no showrooms. And look at the sun glaring on it, it looks so sick, the Ferrari F50. I would personally take this over the F40. And lastly, I managed to find a Zonda F undercover in Singapore. Now Singapore, which will be on my next episode, I found so many hypercars. Zondas, Koenigsegg's, P1s, LaFerraris, you name it. But this place, as you can see, the house is nuts. You've already got a Rolls Royce, Aventador, 720, 458, even a Mini. That's how crazy Singapore is. But if you go to the date, I believe as February 2018, you've got an AMG GTR, another Rolls Royce, but the Zonda F undercover. That's pretty cool. So at number 4, we've got this cool yellow 918. I mean, it's a bit of a random spot. It was literally going between Dubai, the Marine, where I've actually been, and came across this lovely yellow Porsche 918, which looks, again, pretty cool. I'm a big fan of colours that are not like their usual specs, like LaFerrari's red, P1's orange, and then exactly 918's a silver. It's just not really for me. I like different colours, and this 918 looks wicked. Without the Wasatch package, actually, it looks very clean, the spec. But it's just sitting there in a reserved spot. This owner probably owns about another 20 hypercars. I don't know who owns it, but a very cool spot indeed, mate. You can't miss it. And then I also found it in a different location. I believe actually the owner about to get into it. And here is also the other location I managed to find. It looks like the owner's about to take off the roof, I believe, and then put it in the hood. But yeah, cool colour. I mean, have I seen the yellow 918? One at Gumball in 2016, I believe, and that's it. Properly, without the graphics on. As a Gumball, they had all the stickers on. But yeah, a very cool spot indeed. And hopefully I can see one of these in the near future in this colour, because I would like to. Okay, so in number 3 we've got the Pagani Huayra. I've actually got a model of it right here, the God of Wind. Right here, just not in this spec. We have found it in white. Massive shout out to Dan, who also actually found this one. So, your usual kind of street in California, but if you go all the way down here to these bikers waving at the camera, if you do a little cheeky slide to your left, you've got the Pagani Huayra. Now this Huayra actually used to be owned by Dan Amai. He's the famous collector of all the Zondas in America, Koenigsegg's, Centenaris, you name it. Formerly owned by him. I think this is in a friend's garage, I believe. But not bad. I mean, in a pretty normal garage, really, if you want to say, next to a Porsche and a Tesla. Is that a Tesla? It is a Tesla. Yeah, it's in a pretty normal garage compared to what these kind of cars would be. But then this house is probably worth $1 million anyway. But it's quite a cool street, to be fair. Actually, these houses look sick. But there is the Huayra, just sitting in there. Completely normal, no Tempesta package. Yeah, normal Huayra for once. Normally you get all these crazy ones, special editions like Dynasties and all of them. This is a proper original Huayra, and it looks sick. So we are coming up to the second spot. Not the best, probably the second best. We've had some very cool ones. Now this is quite special. This is the Stirling Moss. Now I believe this is actually at an SLR meet or like an anniversary. I mean, there's no way you're going to find this many SLRs in a random spot. But you've actually got a lot. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got like 9 SLRs and then the Stirling Moss and someone getting out of it. Sadly, this is the only angle I actually get of the Stirling Moss. But this is easily one of my favourite cars. I've only seen one of these at the Mercedes-Benz World. The one that actually had Stirling Moss actually on the front of it, on the graphic. But regardless, this is a proper spot. As you can see, there's so many people around, like the London car scene. I mean, you've got some other proper crazy whips here. Let's go down the road and see if we can find a bit more of it. We've got some more, same SLRs. And yeah, that is the only really view of the Stirling Moss right here. So here is the #1 spot of this kind of like first episode, and this is probably the best one I found throughout this entire series. This one was all over Google. It's the main like spot it comes up when you go on like Reddit or Instagram posts. This is a collection in Singapore on Ridley Park, and this is all owned by Tommy Go, I believe that's how you say his name. And as you can see, I'll throw some pictures in. He has got a Ferrari F40, 599, Enzo, F50, and it gets better because look at the house that he's in, and if you go down all down to this road, keep going, that right there is a Reventon Roadster. How crazy is that? And this is probably on one of the coolest plates. The number plate is actually display. I'll throw some pictures in, and it's just crazy to see one of these just chilling at a house. But look at that, there it is sitting outside. And right here, the Lamborghini Reventon Roadster. One of my favourite cars as well, sadly one that hardly gets driven. I've been lucky enough to see a Coupe and Roadster version, but it does get better. If we go down here to this gate here, I think you have to go on the street view in 2009. This is where it gets crazy. Right there is Pagani's on the F. This was actually the one that was undercover. And as you can see, his house is crazy. He's got like a 512M as well, Murcielago there. Again, he's got the F40 and F50 here. He just moves them across. I mean, this house is huge. But if we can have a closer look. I don't know if you can go a bit closer into this one. Let's give it a go. Right here. And if we zoom in, so here we have the Zonda F, F40, F50, 512M, and an Enzo. That's crazy for one guy. And I believe the Reventon's part of his collection, as it's in his house and it's outside. But I've never found trace of it because they're all different number plates. There's the Reventon's display, and all of his other cars are different. However, it is a pretty crazy spot on Google Maps. So apart from all of that, it's been crazy. I mean, Google is full of hypercars, and I've got a list about 100 more, but I thought we might as well try and keep them in like at least of 10. I might as well carry on doing this, because if I can't spot, why not spot on Google Maps? But for now, that is the best collection I've seen. Please send in any that you have found. I'd love to see some. However, I have got quite a lot. Big shout out to googlestreetview.supercars for helping me with this. They've helped a lot with all these hypercars especially. And to dandjl.photo. He also helped me so much with this. We've spent so many hours trying to trace all these hypercars and writing them down with these links. But it's been so fun. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you in episode 2, as there's definitely not a slight chance I'm going to be going outside anytime soon. So I'm going to keep this spotting on Google for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Let's go back.